Welcome to Powerful Women Revealed. I'm your host, Nicole Perry, and my guest today is Maureen Poole with Astounding Surroundings Staging. Maureen Poole is an accredited professional staging master and is one of the very few masters in the world. I hope you will enjoy the show. So without further ado, here is another Powerful Woman Revealed.
Good afternoon, and welcome to WATD's Powerful Women Revealed. You're invited to enjoy an ongoing series of uplifting, educational, and intimate discussions with local powerful women that have all made the commitment to take their businesses and organizations to a higher level. These entrepreneurs have turned their dreams into reality. They work hard, outshine, and they mean business. These women reveal and share their inspirations, milestones, and successes with your host, Nicole Perry.
Good afternoon and welcome to Powerful Women Revealed. I'm your host, Nicole Perry, and I want to thank you for tuning in today. We are talking about saving time, but making money, right? At the same time.
Absolutely.
Okay, my guest today is a mother of three. She was a caregiver to her own parents and your in-laws.
Yes.
She has more credentials than I think 3 or 4 or 5 people put together. Her dream to be a home staging business professional has come true. Maureen has been on the show a few times, and she supports the Powerful Women Revealed platform, which I'm very grateful for, and I'm very proud to support and promote her as well. Welcome back to the show, Maureen.
Thank you, Nicole. Happy to be here again.
Oh, you were the first guest, and then you were on a couple of months ago, and you're back again, and we are building upon this conversation that we've had.
Absolutely.
And, I really want to know, why did you want to become a home stager versus a realtor?
Well, my journey to sort of figure out what was going to be happening the second half of my life, since I stayed home for 27 years, I knew that I always personally had a deep passion for real estate. So I did start out taking the course, and by the end of the course, I felt like there was something missing from the equation for me, because I'm also a very creative person.
Mm-hmm.
So I took a little more time to do some research as to what other industries are out there, and that's when I stumbled upon home staging and found the creator of that industry, Barb Schwarz. She started it back in the 70s, and she started her own schooling in the late 90s that is an accredited schooling recognized by the National Association of Realtors. So I decided I was going to take that course and become an accredited staging professional, an ASP. And so that's where that journey began.
Mm-hmm. And, credentials have been very important to you from the beginning.
Absolutely.
And so you are a lifetime master, and there are only 12 in the world.
That's true. Now that has developed over the last few years that I've accelerated to that particular accreditation. First, what I did was I took this ASP course, and then in 2011, when I began my company, I felt I needed more business information about being an accredited stager. Mm-hmm. So that's when I went out west to Seattle, to this great little island, Whidbey Island, which is where Barb Schwarz lives, and she conducts her master classes out there. So I've been out there 2 times.
How often does she do it?
Since I've been involved, she's been conducting them once a year.
Oh.
And it's out on this little island. So I've gone out there twice, where I also travel out there for the national conferences for all the professional stagers. So I've taken that course, and that's where I became a master home stager. And the last time that I was out there is when I became a lifetime master stager. And I'm the only one in the area with those type of credentials.
Which is really key.
Very.
And I feel like, you just knew when you wanted to go into this business that you really wanted to do it the best. I don't want to say the right way, because it's not that it's right or wrong, but you wanted to tackle it and, take it to a higher level.
Definitely to a higher level, and this is a real professional industry. So therefore, homeowners, when they're bringing in different vendors to their home, even when they're interviewing realtors, they're going to be interviewing to see what their credentials are, to represent them the best, correct?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes, love this analogy.
Right, exactly. So with a home stager, that should be true as well. So I'm licensed and insured, and I would think that homeowners would want to make sure that they're bringing in professionals that do have business insurance, because you want to make sure you're protected as a homeowner. As a businesswoman, I want to make sure I'm protected as well, and that everybody's in good shape. In case some kind of accident happened on the site, or something might have gotten scratched, or you never know what can happen when you're moving around a lot of ladders or furniture, or...
And you're the one moving everything.
Well, not necessarily, but I mean, you have a crew of people that will come in and assist on particular projects. So we want to make sure everybody's on board, up to snuff. It's protection for everyone, homeowners as well as myself.
And the people that you work with.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Now, how attainable are you? We've talked about this a couple of times.
Sure.
And I know that, tell me about your portfolio, because you said it ranges from a 2-bedroom mobile home?
Absolutely. 2-bedroom mobile home, all the way up to an 8,000 square foot home. These are some of the properties that I've worked on. Small yacht, single family on Joy Street in Beacon Hill. That was 5 stories. Condos, absolutely condos, townhouses. If you, Joy Street and Beacon Hill, that's a very narrow road with minimal parking.
Oh, and you have to work with all of those
conditions,
sort of obstacles.
Yeah. Exactly. So you have to think it through. So, no 2 projects are the same. Some of them offer really difficult challenges, such as what we just talked about. And some of them are very easy. They have driveways. You just pull right up. And, it's simple. You can get your products in.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Nice cul-de-sac. Those are great.
Yeah, love those.
Now, how has you... Well, let's back up. I was going to ask another question, but let's back up one more time about the attainability, because not everyone is willing to invest. And really, the people that are willing to invest are more affluent, or... Some maybe not, middle class. Some people are willing to invest because they know the outcome.
Right. That's where the education comes in. It's not so much about affluence, okay, because no 2 projects are the same. That means the investment in those projects are going to be at different levels.
But a lot of people, their money is in their home.
I understand that.
And they don't have that bank account fluff that they can invest.
I understand that. So here's a couple things to think about as a homeowner. All right. So let's say they chose not to bring in a professional home stager, and they were just going to do the best they could to clean things up and organize it.
If they even do that.
If they even do that, right. And then it goes on the market.
Yes.
And then it sits.
And it sits.
And it sits. And it says, and the agent says, you need a price reduction. Okay, when you do a price reduction, you just left money on the table. You walked away from it. You can't even negotiate it with it. If it remains on the market for months and months and months, there's another set of financial costs to the homeowner. It's all the carrying costs of keeping that.
Because you still have to pay the mortgage.
Exactly.
Hello.
Exactly.
You want to sell for a reason.
Exactly. So to shift the mindset here for the homeowner is to realize that, start thinking about this as a business deal, and how can you put yourself on the top of the chain here as the homeowner to make sure you're in the driver's seat. So by working with the right professionals to maybe do some subtle updates if it needs to be done, such as stripping wallpaper, repairing maybe old faucets that are either leaky or, maybe they're all pitted and stuff like that, or old light fixtures in the bathroom that are such a turn off to the new buyers, because it's really key that you get your home market ready for the demographic buyer that's coming in to look at your home. For today's buyer.
So it's not about changing your style and becoming, more modern. We just want to market to the people that are walking in the door.
We do want to market to people who are walking in the door. And the other really big piece here is for homeowners to understand, and I always ask them, check with your accountant, please, or whoever does your taxes. But the IRS has begun to accept staging costs as part of the write-off for preparing your home for the market. Now, there's certain requirements and, restrictions and things like that. So you have to understand what the rules and regulations are. But that's
Which is just a conversation.
Right. And that's a big game changer for homeowners because if they put the investment in up front and they can use it on the back side for write-offs, plus the other thing is once...
So hit up mom and dad. Borrow a little...
Whoever, there's money out there, you can find it, just do a little digging.
Yeah.
But there's, it's wonderful that, if the homeowner really takes it to heart and really does it the right way, there's a good chance, I'm not saying an absolute, but there's a very good chance that that investment in staging will actually get rolled into a new staged list price. So their listing price may go up because, let me tell you, realtors love a home that's really market ready.
Okay.
And you're going to get a higher CMA, a higher market analysis on that property.
Okay. All right. Well, let's talk about, we'll continue as soon as we come back. We got to go to a
Sure.
quick break. My guest is Maureen with AstoundingSurroundingsStaging.com. I hope you'll stay with us. You're listening to Powerful Women Revealed right here on 95.9 WATD. And welcome back to Powerful Women Revealed. My guest is Maureen Poole, and that's Poole with an E, right?
Poole with an E.
With Astounding Surroundings Staging. And we were just talking about the CMA. So that we've discovered just now is the Comparable Market Analysis.
Yeah.
And why is that important so in the beginning when you invest, during the course of when your house is sitting on the market, you could actually increase the price of your listing.
So let me give you...
Is that right or wrong?
Well, let me give you a suggestion here, something to think about. The smartest homeowner, in my eyes, is the one who works with the professional stager first. Get the professional stager in there to do a consultation with you about the project. And then...
Which is a very minimal cost.
It all depends on the length of time that you're in the home. Last night I did a house that was 3,300 square feet, and I was there for 4 hours. Okay,
but still, the 4 hours. It's
well, you know what? It is short money for the amount of information that's shared that will help the homeowner to achieve thousands.
Yes.
See,
it's educational. It's all educational. You are opening their eyes.
Right. That's the mind shift now. Okay, is where to make the small investments or even a slightly larger investment to end up with a higher ROI, return on investment, of thousands of dollars.
Yes.
Here's where it changes. So anyway, so what I was trying to say before is, in my eyes, the smartest homeowner is the one who starts first with a professional, getting their ducks lined up and figuring out the priorities and when things are going to get accomplished and done and who's going to do them.
Oh, timeline. That is huge.
Absolutely. You have to have a timeline. You can't just think you can snap and put your house on the market
In a weekend.
week. Yeah, right. Right, or 2 weeks or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, we live in our houses, meaning we live in our houses.
Yeah.
There's stuff that has to be dealt with.
Yes.
Even at my own property, there's stuff that you have to deal with it. So give yourself plenty of time. So anyways, if a homeowner starts out this way and then starts, inviting in different realtors to give them that CMA, a comparable market analysis, the realtor is going to do their researching what comparable properties are out there so they can figure out the right price for this house. As I said, realtors love a house that's market ready.
Yes.
They show beautifully. They're going to photograph beautifully. They're going to stand out above their competition. They're going to have that type of competitive edge.
And they're going to have realtors fighting over that property.
Exactly.
That's what you want. You want realtors fighting and you want buyers fighting.
Exactly. Exactly. And remember, when somebody puts their house on the market, not only do they have to convince a buyer to buy the house, you've got a home inspector, you've got an appraiser, and you've got an underwriter that you really have to sell your house to as well.
Yeah.
And people don't think about that.
And you kind of call yourself a space investigator. No. Well, yes, actually. But it's actually a space inspector.
Well, yeah, to help homeowners understand a little bit better about what I do. A home inspector is going to come in and really analyze the house and, how healthy is the house and its systems, everything working properly. I'm going to come in and be more like a space inspector, like the presenter inspector. So I'm going to come in and tell you the analysis on the health of your presence. How is it presenting? And that's where I'm going to really help out people. I really get into the nuts and bolts, from curb appeal to interior walls and colors and flooring. Organizing your clutter. Clutter eats equity. We've got to, get a handle on that. Otherwise, you're going to lose dollars. So it's not just, some people, unfortunately, maybe it's due to just what they see on TV. They think it's just a few placement of furniture and plants and a couple of pillows and that's home staging. I'm sorry, folks. It's far more than that.
Yeah.
And a professional knows that.
It really is.
And it's not decorating.
And it's not decorating.
Not decorating.
And it's okay. It's great to decorate.
Yeah, that's when you're doing the design work for the people who, for the spaces that they choose to live in. That's when all the decorating and design comes in for creative souls such as myself and other professionals. But when we're doing staging, our role is to show off the assets of the house. Okay? Because the way you live in your home and the way you market your house are two different things.
That's right.
And I want to show the buyers what they're going to buy. I want them to notice the millwork. I want them to notice the masonry.
Yes.
I want them to notice the space,
Yeah.
the windows,
Not the curio
light.
cabinet.
Not the curio cabinet, not the collectibles, not
Yeah.
the fuzzy rugs or whatever.
Yeah, we don't. It is a mind shift, like
It's
you
a
said.
total mind shift.
Because you're selling the home, not everything that's in the home.
Exactly.
And as soon as you take out that, clutter and you stage it professionally and everything is really in the best possible position in the room.
Absolutely.
And then you come in and you give the education about color and all those kind of things. Those things help the buyer have no questions, no doubts in their mind.
Right.
When there's all these things, there's just creates doubt and fear.
Right.
No one's going to buy if they're afraid that, oh, my furniture won't fit, and how do I, they're using this room for 3 different purposes. I don't even know which one I would use it for. It just creates all that doubt.
That's true. And you want to take the doubt out of the question. You want to, that way the buyer isn't, still wishy-washy about what they're experiencing. And the whole experience for the buyer begins on the internet. And it begins with beautiful professional photography.
Photos.
Really does. Because if that's where they start to see your property and they start to fall emotionally attached to it,
Yeah.
so they pick up the phone and say, I want to get in there and see that property, then when they start walking through the door and experiencing it live, it's key to the whole purchase process.
And if they don't pick up that phone, there's a reason they're not calling.
Right, and folks, homeowners that aren't getting the traffic through their house, that is the feedback right there.
Yes.
Nobody's interested.
Yes.
And why is that?
Yeah, that is the feedback.
That is the feedback.
Yeah, that is really huge.
Huge.
All right, we have 1 minute before we have to go to
Sure.
break. How has your passion for what you do evolved since you first started? Like, you have gone through a lot of changes. You started in 2011.
I did.
And now we're heading into 2016 almost. So really, you're at about the 5-year mark. How has your passion evolved?
It totally has been evolving. Also has my, my desire to surround myself with the right professionals, such as becoming an affiliate of the Plymouth and South Shore Realtor Association, called PASS, and also being an affiliate of the South Shore chapter for the Women's Council of Realtors. I'm affiliates to both of those, so I'm definitely, circulating with a wonderful professional crowd that I want to be associated with, as well as the different chambers, like South Shore Chamber or Situate Chamber, or I totally get involved in community events, and so my passion with my company is just I keep raising the bar on a professional level. I stay involved in my national staging associations and their state chapters, such as I'm the past president of the Boston International Association of Home Staging Professionals. Burke. Yep, that's the Boston chapter. I'm still on the board for that particular chapter.
Okay.
And I also belong to RISA, which is the Real Estate Staging Association, and I'm, a member of its Mass chapter. And these associations have, different monthly meetings or different, events, whether they're with other vendors. We're always trying to give ourselves continuing education, so we have more professional tips to bring back to our clients, and or introductions to other vendors that are helpful for homeowners to get the different projects accomplished around their projects.
Okay, so it sounds like the passion has evolved.
It has evolved. It has evolved, and it keeps growing.
Okay, all right. Well, I hope you'll stay with us. My guest is Maureen Poole, and that's Poole with an E, with AstoundingSurroundingsStaging.com is where you can find her information. You're listening to Powerful Women Revealed right here on 95.9 WATD. And welcome back to Power. I'm your host, Nicole Perry, and my guest is Maureen Poole, Poole with an E. I love it when you say that. AstoundingSurroundingsStaging.com. And we were just talking right now about, really detaching yourself from your home. Tell me about emotional detachment and what you just said about being a product.
Sure. That can be a tricky...
sorry, and we were talking about that over the break. Sorry. People are like, they weren't talking about that. Sorry.
Following up on the break conversation.
There you go.
And actually, sometimes that's a segment as to what I have to do with my clients is I have to continue the conversation here about my suggestions because sometimes homeowners aren't ready to make the emotional detachment that this is their home and they've been living there for X number of years or a long time, or they raised their family there, and they struggle to make the mind shift that, okay, we're going to go on the market now, but it's not my home on the market any longer, for the homeowners. They need to really think of it as a product that's on the market. So it becomes a house, not their home any longer.
Yeah.
Once you
that can be a hard mind
It is.
shift.
It is a hard mind shift, and sometimes it takes a little bit longer for some clients than others. And because some clients are extremely motivated, and so they can let's do it.
Yeah,
let's go, baby.
You give them their homework and different things
Right.
to do to get started, get the
Right.
ball rolling, and you come back and they've done it all.
Exactly.
And then there are the other clients.
Who need to take it in steps.
Yeah,
small
because
steps.
their emotions are so
Exactly.
heavy.
They're tied to their home, and it's hard for them to release it to the world, to let somebody else come in and start imagining being the new homeowner of that property.
Yeah.
So, but it does need to happen. And so, if you've got elderly parents out there who are thinking about selling their home, it's better to get started sooner and take it in a slower, more compassionate pace. So they can make those transitions. This is about transitions.
Yeah.
'Cause there's
a
a-
new chapter.
A new chapter. There's a new journey out there for everybody.
Yeah.
Some people are moving up, some people are moving on, some people are moving away, some people.
Lateral? Or
Yeah,
you never
right.
know.
So you're right. So no two clients are the same. No two stories of what's happening in their lives are the same. So sometimes this process could be a lot faster for people, and sometimes this might take a year to
Yeah.
kind of get through.
Yeah.
And so let's figure it out. Let's break it down into stages. Maybe somebody's parents live in the area, and all their children don't live in the area any longer, so they don't have family support to be there every weekend helping them get the house ready.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that. How
Yeah.
will that transpire?
It's a lot to think about, and like you said, if you just do it in stages, it won't be so overwhelming.
Right.
You wanna be respectful
Absolutely.
of yourself and your memories.
Absolutely.
But if you really do want to sell your home, you really need to decide what your intention is.
Exactly.
If you don't have an intention,
Right.
and then that's the people that linger.
Exactly.
They don't exactly put their exact intention. Very specific.
Right.
Very specific. I'd like
Right.
to sell my home, and I'd like to have it be sold in the spring of 2000 whatever,
Yep.
and I would like to be in my new home at this date. I mean, if you really give yourself the universe is just going to bring it to you.
Right. And let me tell you, people who just put their house on the market saying, let's just put it on and see what happens. Let me tell you.
What is the point? You're wasting people's time.
Absolutely. You are wasting a lot of people's
That
time.
frustrates me.
And also buyers pick up on that. They'll walk into a property and say, oh, heck no, they're not even ready to go.
Yeah.
They sense it. They can
Yeah.
sense that there's no motivation, there's no real interest in being a serious business deal taking place.
What are some great things to pack in the beginning? Because I know you really got to get rid of the photos.
Totally.
People, you have to get rid of your personal photos.
Right.
Whether you like it or not. Nobody wants to see who owns the house.
Exactly. You want to
It's not a discriminatory thing. It just they can't visualize themselves if they're visualizing you.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Absolutely. So you do need to depersonalize in that capacity. Take down the family photos or the grandchildren's photos. No photos on the refrigerators.
Or the swag and jabots that you talked
Oh
about.
yeah, swag and jabots. Those are long.
I'm like, what are
long
those? You're like,
gone.
well, they're out there and they need to come down. I love that.
You know what? They're lovely, beautiful, style of more of a formal and traditional look of a curtain, window treatment. Truly lovely in its day.
But not current.
Not current.
And
So
you're selling to the current person of today.
you are selling to the current person. So another thing to pack up, as you mentioned, all the personal photos, you want to pack up collectibles. Like, let's say somebody was into bear steins or little precious moment statues or, whatever it is. Everybody has different type of collections. Put them away.
Yeah.
Pack them all up.
You'll see them again.
Absolutely.
They're not going in the ground.
No, right.
You're just packing gently, and gently packing them early is nice because now you're really taking care. You're not rushed.
Right.
Chucking everything into a box.
Right.
I've done so many times when I've moved.
Right.
We were painting as we were leaving.
Right. Okay, there you go. See, now you needed a timeline.
We that happened one time.
Yeah. That's too funny. But, pretty obvious things are religious items and or political items.
Yeah.
Do not have any of those out, no matter who you are.
Yeah.
You don't know who the next person is coming into your property.
Yeah.
And so therefore you don't want to raise any eyebrows or, give any red flags or make them feel offended or unsettled.
Yeah, because you don't care who you're going to sell the house to.
Well, in a way, they absolutely. A lot of people do care about who's coming in.
Oh,
you know what I
yeah,
mean? Because
yeah.
it's going to be the next beautiful.
Yeah, but if that person is paying top dollar, that they are willing to overlook anything else. But the person coming in, they care about who had the home before them, and you want to eliminate anything that puts any kind of suggestions. The power of suggestion is huge.
It is totally about the power of suggestion and your energy. Remember that energy we talked about?
Yeah.
So,
all right. Well, let's talk about energy when we come back.
Okay, I know you love that.
I do. I love energy. All right. My guest is Maureen Poole with AstoundingSurroundingsStaging.com, and you're listening to Powerful Women Revealed. I hope you'll stay with us. We're right here on 95.9 WATD. Welcome back to Power. I'm your host, Nicole Perry, and my guest is Maureen Poole with Astounding Surroundings Staging, and we were just talking about energy. And really, if the rooms are dark and dingy and worn and cluttered and tchotchkes and things like that, you're selling that energy. And when I walk into a home, if I'm purchasing a home and I see all of that yuck and muck, I just want to get out.
Absolutely.
Right? So it is really about the energy and really taking that energy and shifting it so that you're focusing on the positive strengths and the structure.
Absolutely.
Right? And diminishing the negative.
Right. Exactly. It's so necessary to do that. So the buyers, as I mentioned before, begin to have that emotional experience of really falling in love with the home. So when home staging is a fabulous marketing tool. It's not a guarantee, but it's a very powerful marketing tool. And when you have a good agent with the right price on the property and you have the house market ready and staged, the price is going to pique the interest of the homeowner to like, okay, I think I'd like to see, or I think I can fit into that price range. And the staging brings in
The visuals.
the visuals, which brings in the desire to start making offers and get that bid process started. So, for them to get to that level, obviously the energy about the whole project has got to be spot on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even from as simple as keeping your bushes out front trimmed.
Yeah.
So they can see the house and the windows clean.
Yeah.
Because if they think it's an unkept house, they're going to wonder, well, what else hasn't been attended to? How bad is the furnace? Has that ever been, serviced in the last 10 years?
Exactly. Because now you're creating doubt and fear.
Exactly. Exactly.
So you got to eliminate the doubt and the fear.
Exactly. So you need to show the buyers that you have maintained a very happy home. It's filled with good karma, and you've been taking
And
care
love.
of its system, and it is love.
And
and
you love it. You cherished it. You treated it
Right.
with respect. You cared for it. You put in preventative maintenance when it needed to be done.
It's almost like your own spirit and your own body, right? It's
yeah.
like how you take care of yourself. You want to make sure you're taking care of your house
And everyone that lives in it.
and everyone that lives in it. Keep them healthy.
Now, let's talk about virtual vacant.
Sure.
So vacant doesn't make it.
Vacant doesn't make it.
We know that.
No, it does not.
But what about to somebody that is a virgin home buyer? They've
Right.
never purchased a home before,
Sure.
and they see vacant, and they are in their early 20s.
Right.
And the price is right. Wouldn't they be more apt to purchase a home that was vacant, or no?
No, not necessarily, because here's what
They don't
happens.
even, they don't even have the experience. So they're like, oh my God, what are we going to do with this?
Exactly. They may not even have the products to put into the house, such as couches and tables and all
yeah.
that stuff, right? So they might not understand, they might not be able to figure out, well, what will really fit in
Yeah,
this room?
yeah.
Where am I really going to put my TV set? Everybody loves their TV set.
Yeah.
What size bed will really fit in this room? This
Yeah.
bedroom? Especially if we live in New England, we got some houses that have some nooks and crannies to it.
Yeah.
And not everybody can figure out, well, I think I can get a double. No, maybe I have to live with a twin. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And
And those nooks and crannies can be real positive showcasers.
They totally can.
Yeah.
They totally can. They just have to be, by doing the home staging, you're setting the stage. You're telling a story of a lifestyle
Yeah.
that could take place in this particular house.
Yeah.
And so it helps to solve the mystery as to what will fit in this space. What is this space for? We're giving purpose and function and flow. This is what home staging's doing. It's showcasing the house, so they can see how much space is in the house, even with furniture. So to go back to your question about the vacant,
doesn't make it.
yeah, and the virtual staging. Okay, so that's, to me personally, this is my personal opinion. It's a bit,
Which is a very educated one.
yeah. Thank you, I appreciate
And
that.
credentialed one.
Yeah, right. It's to me, it's a bait and switch situation.
Yeah.
They might be posting, these photos of this is furniture that can fit in this particular living room or this particular bedroom or whatever. And then when the buyer shows up to see the house, they think they're going to see all that furniture in the house. And when they get in there and it's zero and it's
Yeah.
empty,
Yeah.
it leaves them with a very cold experience.
Well, yeah, and it's almost, you've been not betrayed, but kind of betrayed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a deflation going on.
Yeah, and yeah.
And yeah, I don't think I'm going to buy this one. Show me another one. That one down the road.
Well, and it's that energy.
Yeah.
The energy was alive,
Right.
and they show up and it's empty. What
Right.
happened? Did they leave?
Yeah.
Why did they leave so abruptly?
Exactly.
How come the photo? You're all these questions.
Exactly.
Fear and doubt.
Fear and doubt. Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
So what is some of the great things that people do and say about, because I know that you have some clients that utilize your services for the selling of the home, and then, hey Maureen, can you come over and help us with our new home that we just purchased?
Yeah, and I love that. I love that. I definitely do get involved in redesign services and color consultations and room layouts, because sometimes you are moving from one style house to another. So maybe not necessarily all your furniture fits in that next house the exact way it fit in the home that you just moved out of.
Exactly. Curtains. Oh my God.
Well, curtains is one of them.
Yeah.
I was at, like I said, I was at this consultation last night, and curtains that are down in the family room are going to be moved to the master bedroom because they're going to look so much better up
Love
there.
it. Love it.
And we didn't have to spend any money.
Oh, that's
We're
great.
just relocating.
Oh, that's great.
But it will be in a powerful way.
Now, which is really almost it is a testimonial to have your clients doing this.
Oh,
That's
absolutely.
a huge testimonial. You have evolved your business. We're almost out of time.
Yeah.
You've evolved your business. You've kept those credentials. You've added on to those credentials.
Yep.
You really have the passion is even more so
I
than
think
it
so.
was in the beginning.
Thank you.
Lots of future possibilities that you might do with your business.
Absolutely, lots of possibilities. I'm gonna, keep, my calendar open for some future courses or workshops that I may conduct with the public. Or I'm always doing presentations for real estate offices, and growing their experience of understanding what this is all about. So I'm going to keep my eye out there for some new ideas to.
You're open-minded.
Open-minded. I am open-minded.
And you're just accelerating your business.
I am
so
accelerating
keep
the
an
business.
eye out for Astounding Surroundings staging.com, and anything new that you're going to do, you'll just post up on your website.
Yeah, website or Facebook page.
House.
House.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're in lots of different places.
Sure, gotta be.
All right. Well, thank you so much for
Thank
being
you.
here. You are awesome, and you're so funny. So when you hire Maureen, get ready, because she likes to cut it up a little bit.
All right.
All right, we are out of time today. I want to thank you for listening and recognizing all of these powerful women right along with me, such as Maureen. You can find Maureen again, Maureen Poole at AstoundingSurroundingsStaging.com. I'm very blessed to have this platform, and thank you for supporting me as well. To find all the Power Gals, you can go to PowerfulWomenRevealed.com, and we're also on YouTube, so hi, you'll be seeing us on YouTube. I hope you'll tune in next Sunday after the news at noon. I'm your host, Nicole Perry. Have a great week, and remember, knowledge is power. Interviewing Maureen is always fun and interesting. Knowledge is powerful, and I learned so much from surrounding myself with powerful women such as Maureen Poole. 8 out of 10 entrepreneurs are women, and I truly love connecting these women to you in a fun, entertaining, and educational way. Maureen puts a tremendous amount of time, effort, and energy into everything that she does, and she is not afraid to take action. Maureen found her passion in something that comes so naturally to her, and she clearly has a gift. Regardless of what career you are in, I believe it is vital to communicate who we are and what we stand for in a powerful way. At Powerful Women Revealed, we are strengthening who we are together, empowering women of all ages to follow their dreams, and we are bringing a spark of inspiration to the career women of our future. I am so proud to promote women in business such as Maureen and provide a platform that gives the visibility and voice that these women strive for and deserve. I hope you will tune in next time. Until then, I'm your host, Nicole Perry, and I want to thank you again for watching Powerful Women Revealed.